again, you know what, dude? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being rude. Did you see this video where the Uber driver punched the CEO? There's like two takes that everybody's talking about, but I don't want to talk about those. Take number one is this idea that he's an illegal immigrant, shouldn't have got a license, shouldn't have been on the Uber app. Yeah, I agree. Let's put that over there. And then the other take that's, I don't know. It's like, well, Uber drivers are violent people, the sexual assault, whatever. And okay, there are some, that guy clearly was, should be kicked off the app. Let's kick him off the app for those two reasons. Boom, put that over there. But I got two more takes that I don't know. I don't hear anybody really talking about. And I wanted to kind of put myself in the Uber driver perspective, his point of view. Hi, my name is Levi, and this is The Daily Drive. The Daily Drive is brought to you by Mile IQ. Let me tell you about a ride I had this morning that is going to kind of relate to that guy, the punching Uber driver that should be kicked off the app. Again, he should be kicked off the app. No defense, no excuses. This morning, I was disgruntled, probably rude, with a passenger. I didn't say anything mean. I wasn't smiley like I normally am. I'm a smiley, nice guy, and my demeanor was. And what had happened was, I had 4 rides in a row, or 3 rides in a row, but this guy was my 4th ride, where the passengers were late. You know, I drive to go pick them up, and they made me sit out there and wait. 2 of them they canceled. And so I got like a $4 cancellation fee, but I was like a big surge. And so it was really frustrating. And it was 4 a.m. And so I get to go pick up this passenger, and it was a reservation. A reservation I'd had for a little while too. And so I go to pick him up, and he tells me he's not ready. And it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating when it's really busy and you want to, kind of get some surges, and passengers make you wait. And I don't think passengers know, we just don't get paid to wait. I mean, if it's especially a reservation, we might get paid pennies for waiting, like on a regular ride. But when I say pennies, like 10, 20 cents, I mean, it's like nothing. So I don't think that's getting paid. So waiting is a thing that we do for free, and the passengers, especially late at night, sometimes, and they're drunk or whatever, they're taking advantage of it. So when this guy, I felt really was taking advantage of me because he had made a reservation, and I was really frustrated. It's just, again, like the 4th ride in a row with this. And then he came out kind of with a bag, and like he's like, he didn't speak English really well, but he had to stop somewhere. He had a key to an apartment. He's leaving. He's moving out, and so I loaded his bag, and he was trying to explain to me that he had to spend 5 extra minutes to go check out of the apartment now. And so I was really frustrated. And then when he tried to get in my car, stupid Tesla doors, he couldn't open the door, so I had to get out of the car, go around, open the door for him, and he could probably just, my demeanor. And again, you know what, dude? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being rude like that. And then when we got to the airport, he offered me coin. He had cash in his hand, and I just wouldn't take it because I didn't earn it. To earn a tip, you have to do service over and above, be a professional, provide, smile. And I wasn't smiling. I was disgruntled. And all the reasons why, but, and I've been waiting all day to see like a negative review come in, but the guy didn't do it. And so I'm embarrassed, I'm frustrated, and no excuses. So I apologize. Now, what does that have to do with this Uber driver that punched the CEO? That's the real interesting thing to me. I think I know what happened. Now, if you're an Uber driver, you might know what have happened too. Well, I'm guessing. I have no knowledge of the event other than what I saw in the video, like everybody else. But here's what I know what happened as just an observer. The Uber driver had a luxury Audi SUV. So my assumption is he does Uber Premier, Uber Black, SUV, and he gets paid a lot of money to do that. He pays a lot of money for that vehicle, gets paid a lot of money. And he probably has to do longer pickup times too. I don't know. There's probably not an Uber Black order on every corner, right? So he had to drive. Let's say 5, 10, 15 minutes to go pick up this passenger. And when he arrived, what did he see? A guy holding a puppy. Now, okay, and he's probably like, hey, you can't bring the dog in because you didn't order Uber Pet. That's what I'm guessing is what's happening because that happens all the time. And then the passenger goes, oh, oh, it's a service dog. Now, and maybe it is, but I think intuitively we know that puppies aren't really good service dogs. I mean, maybe it wasn't a puppy. Maybe it was a bigger dog than I couldn't tell, but it was just holding it, so it looked like a puppy. And I don't think people understand. Passengers do this all the time. They take advantage of our obligation as drivers. We are obligated to take your service dog. If you have a service dog, you tell us, you gotta do it. No questions asked. You know, if it's a service, I think a service pet. If you had a lizard in your hand and you said it's a service lizard, I bet you money Uber would kick me off, and we'll get to that in a second. If I said no, you can't have your lizard, your pet tarantula in my car. So if you claim it's a service animal, then I got to do it. There's no way for me to check. There's no way. It's not the honor system. And I bet that driver was feeling being taken advantage of because the guy's ordering a luxury vehicle and could have potentially paid for Uber Pet. Even if it is a service animal, you could pay for Uber Pet. And the reason why you pay for Uber Pet is because we have to take the time to potentially put down something on our seats. And then after I take every dog or cat, I always vacuum my car out afterwards because the next passengers may be allergic to those pet dander. So I need to respect the next passenger. So I always vacuum my car out and get it ready for the next passenger. And that takes time and it's money. It's not that much money. We're talking like $3-5. But the guy didn't, I'm betting that guy didn't pay for it. So the Uber driver gets really frustrated. The guy claims it's a service dog, punches him, loses his cool, super stupid, deserves to get kicked off the app, shouldn't have been in the country in the first place, whatever, got all that. So I'm guessing that's what happened. That's my first take. My second take is to the CEO. I saw an interview with the CEO and he said he got kicked off the app. So the guy gets punched, gets knocked out, head up against the concrete kind of thing or whatever. And the Uber driver made a complaint, I guess, or something like that. And then the passenger got kicked off the app. And what I want to express to all the passengers, that happens to drivers all the time. It happened to me on New Year's this year. A passenger made a false complaint saying that I was drinking on the job, and Lyft kicked me off the app. And it took like a couple hours, 3-4 hours to get back on the app. Now you might think, it's just a couple of hours or whatever. And if you're a passenger losing access to Uber, just go order a Lyft, right? You can call a taxi, you can do other things. But when a driver loses access to a platform, mainly the platform maybe that they use as their primary means of income, in losing hours of access, days of access, weeks of access, a lifetime of access based upon a false complaint. And there's almost like we're dealing with algorithms here. It's not like we can call up Uber and say, hey, well, I want to talk to you about this. Like you're doing canned chat messages back and forth with an algorithm. And there's no way for you to prove. I mean, how do I prove I wasn't drinking? You know what I mean? It's so that when that CEO got kicked off the app for obviously probably not doing anything wrong, because he probably thinks, hey, I do have a service dog and whatever. Okay. And gets punched. He gets punched and Uber kicks him off the app. And so he lost access to the app. And we all saw the video. The video shows the guy punching him. And it's just, that is the problem with Uber. That is a problem with Lyft. That is why these companies are going to go out of business, because they're just brokers. They're middlemen, and customer service issues happen all the time. Passengers taking advantage of wait time and taking advantage of drivers. And now I'm this customer service person in that situation. It's really frustrating. It's hard. People taking advantage of support service animals. You know, they call their dog a support dog, but when they go to an Uber, they just say it's a service dog. And and then when real problems happen, like I got punched, Uber just shuts everything down, and it hurts passengers a little bit, but it hurts drivers a lot. And it's just proof that they're not good customer service companies. They have no customer service ability, no ability to resolve these issues. And drivers are going around town representing these companies, struggling to solve some of these customer service issues. Wait time. Again, I picked up a passenger this morning that didn't quite speak English and didn't know how to add a stop to the app. I wasn't going to get paid for it, yet I have to do this favor for him. And I lost my tip because I was rude. I was disgruntled. I mean, I didn't say anything mean to him or whatever, but he could just see that I wasn't happy on my face. And I think to myself, like, a lot of passengers, most passengers don't even tip. They expect to get all those services for free, and Uber doesn't even communicate that that's what's happening, that the driver is doing the favor here. And if I say something, if I go, hey, I'll do that for you, but you got to tip me, now I'm the jerk for asking for a tip. It's bad communication. It's bad customer service. And Uber and Lyft, if all they are apps, these are things that they should resolve. These are things that they shouldn't put on us to solve. And it seems really small and petty when I say, oh, the passenger made me wait. Yeah, well, a couple minutes here or there. But imagine you order an Uber and it takes 5 minutes to pick the passenger up and 5 minutes to drop them off. So it's a 10-minute total trip. And the passenger makes me wait 7 minutes, the 2 minutes of free time, and then 5 minutes where I get paid maybe $1 for waiting for 5 minutes. And it's like, yeah, so I don't know, I got distracted again. Uber keeps sending me messages. Uber, leave me alone. So again, in summary, the driver deserves to get kicked off the app. I deserved a 2-star, 1-star rating. I did. And maybe not. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like I was horribly rude to the guy. I know a lot of Uber drivers don't even say anything to passengers. I just didn't have my normal demeanor, so I felt bad. My normal demeanor is to be positive and smiley, and all of us at any given point in time, we're not perfect. We're not perfect people. But the apps should be solving these things. They should have better communication to the passenger. Hey, no problem. You're going to wait. Make the driver wait. We're going to charge you $1 per minute, and we're going to pay that to the driver. See, I'd wait forever. If I knew I was going to get paid $1 per minute, however long it takes, whatever the passenger needs. But it's like I'm in this awkward gray zone where I'm not really going to get paid. The passenger is going to get charged, and they think all that money is going to go to me, but it doesn't. And then I get paid pennies, and it's like if I say something, oh, you gonna Venmo me or tip me, then I'm a jerk for asking for a tip. It's like it's uncouth. That's frustrating. It is frustrating. Yeah, so there you go. Driver kicked off the app. CEO should sue Uber. Uber shouldn't have been putting illegal immigrants on the platform. And driver should, not be punching. Don't be punching people, guys. I know it's hard out there. I know it's hard. And to my fellow drivers, I know it's hard. I really do. People just don't respect us, and it's frustrating at times. And all they think we do is we just drive, when we do so much more than drive. I mean, if all I did was drive, why do I have vomit bags ready to go? Because drunk people get in your car, and now I'm like handling drunk people, and it's hard work. And you know what? You deserve respect if you're a driver. I'm hoping that you're safe, healthy, and happy. I hope that you make a lot of money, pay those bills, pay that mortgage, and I want you to know that I'm cheering for you. I really, truly am. Be well, be safe. Bye.